And before I talk a little bit about I Want to Mow Your Lawn, I'd like to invite Brian Schwartz to come up and join me at the podium here. So I had first heard bits and pieces about Brian and I Want to Mow Your Lawn probably a year or two ago. And I remember being like really intrigued, not only by the success that he was having, that they were having, but by the circumstances under which, Brian's efforts really came to be. And if you don't know the history, during the COVID-19 lockdowns, Brian was laid off from his job and trying, I guess, to stay active, keep his mind off of things. And so he decided to get out there and try to do something nice for the elderly people in his community. And so he put the word out there that he'd be willing to cut people's lawns for free. And I think very quickly he got his first, customer, so to speak. And that one lawn within a few months turned into, I think, over 20 lawns. And then very quickly he realized that there were other people just like him that were willing to volunteer their time and their effort to help others. And the growth trajectory of the organization and of Brian's efforts from there have been astounding. It's amazing to see what started off as a grassroots effort and really spur of the moment idea that was hatched in Wayne, New Jersey, grow and turn into this nationwide endeavor that it is right now. It's nothing short of amazing. And as I'm reading about Brian and hearing about I Want to Mow Your Lawn, I'm trying to relate to it personally. And from my background, back in 2008, I was in a very similar predicament to where Brian found himself. Young, recently married, newborn child, mortgage, and just got laid off from my job in the city. And I know firsthand how nervous you are, how stressful that time in your life is. And so I said to myself, how in all that madness and all that chaos was Brian able to step away and stop thinking about himself and his own situation for a minute and decide that was the time that he was going to do something for someone else? And so I guess about a month or two ago, I had seen a video about I Want to Mow Your Lawn, and it got me thinking again about this. And I said, I have to reach out to this guy and meet him and talk to him. And so I did, and Brian and I spoke for a while, and I asked him the question that I asked myself, and his answer it made total sense to me. And so it turns out that starting I Want to Mow Your Lawn, it not only helped the elderly folks that it was intended to, but also helped Brian, right? It helped him stabilize his life. It helped him from a mental standpoint as well as a physical standpoint, right? Being out there in the fresh air, socializing, interacting with people, cutting those lawns, right? Getting the blood pumping, doing something good for someone else, took his mind off of his own situation, the stress that was in his life at that time, allowed him to get back on track and refocus his own life. So it was really a win-win situation for Brian and his family. And so really, congratulations, Brian. And really, I guess thank you for doing what you're doing to make our community and the world a little bit of a better place. So now I just want to really quickly, and I'm going to go through it fast, so bear with me, but I want to read this proclamation that we're presenting to Brian tonight. This is a proclamation from the Township of Wayne to Brian Schwartz, I Want to Mow Your Lawn. Whereas Brian Schwartz, a Wayne resident, founded I Want to Mow Your Lawn in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic and has now become a nationwide effort. And whereas Brian Schwartz wanted to find a way to help citizens during a difficult time, and whereas I Want to Mow Your Lawn is a nonprofit organization that began providing 100% free lawn mowing services to elderly, veterans, and disabled individuals in Wayne and northern New Jersey, and now operates throughout the United States. Whereas Brian's I Want to Mow Your Lawn effort became a movement with over 500 volunteers in 46 states, and whereas these devoted volunteers have helped reach an impressive milestone of maintaining over 2,000 lawns. And whereas I Want to Mow Your Lawn has received media coverage from around the globe, which helped the organization gain a considerable amount of volunteers, as well as receive international attention. And whereas Canada, Australia, and the United Kingdom are now starting their own programs, and whereas their mission is to inspire people to make a difference in their neighbors' lives, and has also become an environmental conscious effort by promoting the use of electric battery-powered equipment. Now, therefore, we, the Municipal Council and the Mayor of the Township of Wayne, honor and thank Brian Schwartz for his dedicated service to help people who are in need. Brian, if you wanted to say a few words, you're more than welcome to.
Sure. Just wanted to give a thank you to some of the volunteers that are here that have been on the ground floor, starting with Tom DeSalvo of Little Falls. He was the first person to reach out to me back in August of 2020. He made me believe that good people exist in this world, and you inspired a movement. You've got now people sitting next to you that wouldn't have been sitting here without you. So thank you, Dave and Steve, and to my wife for your supports. At the time, you probably thought I was crazy, and you probably still do a little. But thank you for your support. I know it's a little bit of sacrifice, but for the greater good. And we even have, partners like executive director from New Jersey Landscaper Contract Association. So I appreciate your support. We're all just doing what we can to make a difference in this crazy time. So thank you.
And Brian, is there anything that we can tell the folks watching on TV or in the audience if they want to get involved or they wanted to inquire for a relative or a neighbor? How do they contact you?
Yeah, so we, our website, iwanttomowyourlawn.com, it's a registered 501c3 nonprofit. Anyone that wants to get involved, whether it's one time, regularly, it makes a difference. So open to individuals, landscaping companies, organizations, schools, reach out to us. We have there's a massive demand for our service, so we can use all the help we can get. Thank you.
I forgot to mention, we also have a recognition from our Congresswoman, Mikey Sherrill. So this had come in through the clerk's office, and we're going to present this to you as well tonight. One more thing, hang on the wall. Thank you.
Councilman, Dave, can you spin that?